Greetings, fellow gorehounds, and welcome back to a Blood Splattered vlog. I'm the Horror Guru.
And I'm Count Jackula.
And we watched, well, we didn't just watch, we watched it like a couple weeks ago. The Thanksgiving episode of Hulu's Into the Dark series, also the second episode of the series, Flesh and Blood, which is not really a home invasion movie, but definitely Home Alone-esque. You're trapped in a house and violence happens.
It's more like you're trapped in a house with somebody.
Basically, the premise is a girl finds out that her dad may or may not be a serial killer, and she is trapped in the house because she has severe anxiety about leaving the house.
Yeah, she has severe agoraphobia.
Super
like,
bad.
So bad, she can't, it's hard for her to pick up a package off the porch.
She can't step outside. She just can't. There's a whole sequence of her trying to get a package that just arrived, and she has a complete and utter panic attack on the way to get it.
Yeah,
the neighbor has to help her.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed this movie.
Yeah, it was good.
I liked the third one the best so far, but this was a really solid movie and kind of got me into these movies.
Yeah, if you're watching these in the order the movies were released, you're gonna get a little bit confused because the first vlog we actually did was for the Christmas one, which was Pooka. So if for some reason you're seeing this first and there may be 1,000 reasons that that's happening, you're gonna be like, what are they fucking talking about? That means you should go watch the Pooka vlog.
Yeah,
as well.
The Pooka vlog we technically did first, and we did this one second. And if you want to get even weirder, the first one, the body, we're gonna do next.
Yeah, because we haven't even seen that one yet.
We haven't even seen that one yet. But this was the Thanksgiving episode, and probably my major critique of the movie is the fact that it is very loosely Thanksgiving.
Yeah, what the fuck did this have to do with Thanksgiving other than just being on the day?
Yeah, it was set on Thanksgiving, and so it has this father-son or father-daughter relationship thing going on in the movie. But the problem is that when you think Thanksgiving, you think big family gatherings,
or at least like a big cooked turkey or something.
Yeah,
it's not that doesn't manifest.
Well, there's a whole sequence in which they try to cook a turkey and it doesn't work.
Yeah. But that's it's such a perfunctory part of the story. It literally could have just been anything. You could replace almost any holiday with it.
Well, absolutely. That's why I felt like this should have been a Father's Day episode.
Yeah, it totally should have been a Father's Day
because it felt like it was all about a evil father. So
yeah, that would have slotted right in, because if you want to talk about this is right. The funny thing is I remember when we were watching it, you turned to me and were like, oh my God, I would totally watch this guy in a fucking remake of The Stepdad.
Oh yeah, The Stepfather. Yeah, that's the other thing. One thing I love about this movie is that the two leads are fantastic. The daughter,
they're super good.
The daughter and the way she portrays the agoraphobia feels very real and very raw. And the dad, how charming he is, and how subtly menacing he is, to the point where you can understand how an outside observer might miss it.
Yeah,
but the daughter doesn't.
Yeah, because he does that thing where he does this charming act because he says all the correct things that is going to allay your fears and it's going to be okay. No, what you don't understand is,
yep.
And the only time this changes is when you've caught him in something he can't nice his way out of, and he has to try to force it.
When you back him to a corner, he becomes a rabid wolf.
Yeah.
And he'll bite your fucking head off. And oh my God, both those switches, both those performances, the charming one and the angry dad, as well as the kind of mildly, the middle disappointed dad, who's not quite angry, but not quite charming anymore. No, he's great in all three of those performances in this movie. And I thought it was a nice, tense thriller.
Yeah,
her girl trying to get out of the house, but dad won't let her.
Yeah, if you were a person and your father gaslit you as a child, consider your trigger warned. Because they do a really good job of that.
Really
good.
Oh my God, portraying gaslighting in this movie is amazing.
Whoa.
On top of that, I also loved. At first, I was iffy on it, but since the movie eventually acknowledges it, I love how awful the therapist is.
Oh yeah, the therapist
she
is just
not
completely useless.
She's not helping. She's not picking up on all the abuse signs. She's not doing any of that stuff. And most of the things that she suggests make it way worse if you know there's abuse happening.
Yeah.
But she's too fucking blind to see it.
Yeah,
Until it's too late.
Yeah, like she is absolutely that horror trope of the completely useless therapist.
Yes.
Who it just does not understand the situation at all.
Hey, this might be helpful if we weren't in this specific scenario.
Yeah.
And even then, some of the stuff she does, you're like, wait, no, the father's not supposed to be there when you have this conversation. This is supposed to be private.
Yeah, exactly.
Patient. Why are you letting the dad in on this?
Yeah, because it's a sign of a bad therapist, because I've heard a lot of stories of therapists who will allow the parents to butt in, but you're not supposed to do that.
You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to have the conversation with the kid, and then afterwards you talk with the parent about what you feel the kid might be going through.
Yeah.
You talk to the parent afterwards.
Yeah.
Leaving everything that might be detrimental to the kid and the parent's relationship out of it.
Yeah.
Because that's
doctor-patient. You're supposed to do. But
the reason why you do this is because if you're a kid in therapy, there is a high chance that you might be in therapy due to abuse of someone close to you. And if your parent's there, you're not going to admit this abuse out loud, even if the parent is not the one who commits the abuse.
Yeah.
Because you're worried they won't believe you.
Yeah, worried they won't believe you because it's probably a friend, one of their friends.
So having the dad in when you're talking about these things is like the worst thing you can fucking do. Like it's just...
It's like, this is not family therapy. This is therapy for her specifically.
Yeah. And I understand that at the beginning, you're basically trying to get over her agoraphobia, but her agoraphobia comes from the fact that her mom was killed and that her mom went outside. And so she's worried that if she goes outside, she'll end up like her mom. And there's a lot of subtle signs of bad things that dad has done that you're not picking up on.
Yeah. or at the very least, there are subtle things that basically tell you, hey, guess what? This therapeutic track is not going to work with this girl. I got an idea. Try something else.
And at first,
you're supposed to feel this, by the way.
Yeah, at first I was a little annoyed because I wasn't sure if that was intentional or if the writers just didn't understand how therapy worked. But as the movie goes on, it becomes clear, like, no, she's supposed to be a useless therapist. That's part of the point here.
She is bad at her job.
She's bad at her job. Categorically. Sometimes you write people that are good at their job. Sometimes you write people that are bad at their job.
I feel like this is a writer or somebody going like, oh, I need a therapist character here, but I can't have them. Oh, I know who the fuck I'm basing this on.
I wouldn't be surprised.
That one therapist I had that was a completely useless piece of crap.
Basically, there's not too much to spoil. But basically, most of this movie is a cat and mouse game that's pretty fucking engaging.
Oh yeah,
it's just her trying to do something, her dad cutting her off at the thing. I would say that we would save the fact that he's evil to the spoilers, but I feel like you don't have a movie unless he is.
Yeah.
So
yeah, there's a lot of it is a minor spoiler, but there's a point at which you're like, all right, he has to be the bad guy unless the movie sucks.
Unless the movie sucks. Or you have some sort of interesting twist about her, but I don't know how you'd pull that off without it sucking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly. Because you get to the third, going in cold, you get to the third reel and you're like, he has to be the bad guy, but he hasn't quite shown the cracks yet.
This movie would not have worked if it had a Pooka-like ending where it was all in her head.
No!
It would not have worked. Whereas Pooka worked for that, this would not have.
Yeah, exactly. This had to be real.
Yeah.
Unless... it had to be real, although there are many other ways it could have ended and it had been satisfying.
Yeah.
Not that this ending wasn't satisfying. I just was, being weird in my own head because I found myself going...
He was asking me how it ended because he couldn't remember.
I couldn't remember. I was like, wait, how did it end? Because I remember everything up to the resolution because that's super fucking tense.
Yeah.
It's super fucking tense. But
I'll talk about the ending when we get to the spoilers.
Yeah, when we get spoilers.
Which actually, I don't know what more to say. This is on Hulu. It is Into the Dark, Flesh and Blood with one of those and signs. Ampersands.
Yeah.
Look it up on there. There's no Amazon affiliate link because Amazon's not going to have a Hulu product.
Yeah. Hey, Hulu, where's our money?
And as I've explained before, the Into the Dark series is anthology series in which each individual section of the series is a movie.
Yeah.
So you can watch any of them on their own. Perfectly fine, and you don't need any context. So if you want to watch this one first because you liked it, go ahead.
Yeah, it's like a new Masters of Horror, but with holidays.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the other thing. This was directed by the guy who did Drive Angry and My Bloody Valentine 3D. And he did a really good job.
Guy.
I love that guy.
Love that guy.
He did a really good job with this, and this was a lot more stripped down than most of his other movies. It was just like it's like taking a guy who's used to doing bigger movies and stripping it down to something really simple.
Well, yeah, he's used to doing like big action like movies. Even his horror movies are like big action movies.
Yep.
You know, like fucking. I actually,
Drive
except
Angry's
for that,
great.
I love Drive Angry all the way through. I actually really like the remake of My Bloody Valentine 3D until you got to the end.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The moment you find out who the killer is and the performance of the guy playing the killer, who is someone I love, but they have a really bad performance in that movie.
Yeah, that'd be Jensen Ackles.
Yeah, it kind of falls apart.
Yeah, you find yourself going like, really? Really? That was terrible. Go back to 3D titties and keep hitting people with pickaxe in 3D. That's the movie, boys and girls.
That's another big difference, is both those movies are very much like 3D in your face, jokey titties and bullets flying everywhere. This movie's a little bit more stripped down.
Oh no, this movie is totally serious.
Yeah,
This movie's very serious. It still has a bit of that black sense of humor.
Oh
but
yeah,
that's
it's there.
That's not the main course. That's the side.
It's
dish.
mainly presented in the performance of the father.
Yes.
Who is an absolute fucking joy to watch, even though he gets more and more fucked up as the movie goes on.
Yeah, because as we said before, like the entire time you're fucking. Wait, do we officially go into spoilers or not?
We're about to.
All right.
But then you went off onto the My Bloody Valentine. All right, so with all of that said, let us move on to the spoilers.
I feel like we got ahead of ourselves.
We did.
There's not too much to spoil this.
There's really not much to spoil. I guess the big thing to spoil is whether or not she survives in the end, and she does.
Yeah,
she fucking. There's this great sequence in which she and him confront each other on the roof because she's basically been locked out of any other option.
Yeah.
So she's in the fucking attic. And she has a confrontation with him. And as established earlier in the movie, she had broken a hole in the attic when she was walking through it because it was so flimsy.
Yeah.
And so there's a hole there right above her room. And he had locked her room earlier with her in it, and she had to like crawl through a crawl space to get out of it. A space that is way too fucking small for him.
Yeah, it's and there's this whole kind of like people under the stairs kind of thread that moves.
Oh man, the entire
but it's only like 3 rooms in one story.
Her trying to crawl through like the crawl space and shit, and he's like trying to like hammer nails and shit in. And, like, doing a little bit of the Shining thing of looking through.
Yeah.
Like, oh. It's like, I'm so disappointed in you.
Yeah, it is kind of like
someone's not getting presents for Christmas.
Yeah, it really does feel like it is kind of like people under the stairs or The Shining, but in like a 2-bedroom house.
Yes,
you know.
And so like he confronts her up in the attic. She tricks him into running at her, which leads to him falling through the hole into the room in which he is locked, so he can't get out.
Yeah.
While the house is on fire. So he burns to death while she jumps out the attic off the roof and almost breaks her leg.
Yeah.
But the police are
of course,
arriving.
like both the house and the father burned to death because the house symbolizes the fucking how the father is trying to shelter her.
And when she finally gets outside, she doesn't have the agoraphobia anymore because now the traumatic thing was inside.
Yep.
And also, there's this entire subplot of these police officers that are called that she lets know that this is all happening, but there's nothing they can do.
Yeah. So she has like these 2 cops who are, how to put it, strongly coded lesbian cops.
There's big butch cops.
Yeah,
they're really awesome, and they pick up right away that something's wrong.
Yeah, but they gotta follow. But they gotta follow protocol.
They gotta follow protocol, and the dad threatens her until she lies.
Yeah.
So she lies about the whole thing. So there's nothing they can do. Their hands are tied. They have to leave her there. But they give her their number.
Yeah.
Which she eventually calls over the course of the movie. So there's this ticking time bomb going on where the house gets put on fire and they're having this confrontation, but you also know the cops are going to arrive soon.
Yes.
You know, so at the end, when she almost breaks her leg and gets out the house, like the cops arrive, you're like, okay, she's going to be okay. You know, like she's going to be all right, even though she is now fatherless and motherless. Because, by the way, her mother died because father killed her because she found out about the little girls that he's been killing.
Yeah. By the way, there's a lot of old girl killing in this movie.
And they all happen to look like his daughter, so it's all nice and creepy. Like, seriously, this movie should have been called Father's Day.
Yeah,
it's like I get that it takes place on Thanksgiving. I get that they're supposed to have Thanksgiving dinner, and I get that
you get the justification
that the mom is also part of the plot loosely, but really this is a father-daughter movie, and that to me feels more like a Father's Day.
It is. It is more of a Father's Day story. Like, I find myself going like, what are you gonna do for Father's Day? You know. Okay.
Well, who knows if they'll do one for Father's Day? I have no idea if that's one of the holidays on the docket. Who knows?
No, that's a good point. See, we got like, yeah.
There's a bunch of holidays that are going to be coming up, so they'll have a lot of episodes soon. The New Year's one's the next one coming.
I don't know. Yeah, the New Year's one's the next one coming. I don't know if they're going to be able to beat that fucking Valentine's Day one from the holidays anthology.
Yeah, we'll have to see what they do for Valentine's Day because I'm sure they've got something up. I'm sure I could look it up and see who's directing what or whatever, but I'm kind of like I'm gonna enjoy the surprise.
Yeah,
I've been enjoying these. So where can they find you, Count Jackula?
Oh, you can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Instagram. On Twitter, I'm Count_Jackula. On Instagram, I'm Satanic Jackula. You could find me there. Also, I stream on Twitch.
That's true. You do.
You know, you can follow me on Twitch. Just look for Count Jackula, and if you see the neon goat, you know that's
him.
That's me.
That's him.
And I stream regularly. We stream at our regularly scheduled time of 6 p.m. on Thursday, Pacific Standard, and on Sunday 9 p.m. also Pacific Standard. And
So, you know me. I'm the Horror Guru. I'm on Twitch. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Facebook. Just look up The Horror Guru at The Horror Guru or Blood Splattered Cinema, and you will find me there. And this is one of two we've recorded so far of the Into the Dark Hulu series. So if you want to watch our Pooka video, then I'll be sure to link that probably at the end of this video for you to watch.
Yep.
So go watch the Pooka video. And be sure to like, comment, subscribe. And don't forget to ring that notification bell so that you're notified of my videos immediately upon their upload. And we recorded this at the same time as the Pooka video. So we don't really have any more updates on upcoming videos, just that they're coming. And
trust me, they're at least breathing hard.
Yeah, they're breathing hard. And with that said, peace out, my fellow gorehounds. And I'll catch y'all later as I rush to end this vlog so we can record another. But which one?